Alright, gents, I don't have a lot of time this week, so I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. I'm recording on Sunday, January 10th, keeping everything under 2 minutes. I'm going to try to give my best judge of the drafts. I think I have a pretty good idea of what the drafts should look like now, or what the meta looks like, but you never really know. I think this is week 4. I don't know if I said that already. Week 4. Yeah, so let's hop right into it. Wow, just realized that the schedule's not out yet. That kind of sucks. Maybe I'll record something tomorrow morning while I'm editing it if the schedule is out. Otherwise, I will not be able to do predictions on video this week, and you guys will just have to check my doc for my predictions. That's unfortunate. Alright, first series we have Mary Todd Lincoln Forever Young versus Victoria's Secret 6th player. Let's hop right into it. 6th player went with Ursa, Wyvern, Chaos Knight, Grimstroke, and Lich. Okay, so offlane Chaos Knight I don't like. It was a middle Wyvern. I don't know if that's good. I have no idea. The hero's got a 49% win rate. Maybe it's good. I don't know. And then they went Grimstroke Lich. I think this is a really good team fighty support duo for two heroes that don't really have that great of team fight. I think the combo there is really good. You know, with the Grimstroke ulti into Lich ulti, so there's two Lich ultis bouncing around the team fight. I think that's really good. I'm sure there are some good team fights there with these guys. Marathon Lincoln went with Ogre, Undying, Phoenix, Bristleback, and Juggernaut. Okay, I think Bristleback is not good right now, which surprised me because I thought Bristleback was going to be really good. They went with Middle Undying. So, Untail really likes these weird mids, right? I think they like Skywrath a lot. Middle Undying is interesting. I think this is 4. I think Jug's good right now. I think Ursa is really good too. They both went with just these weird mids. Last pick Wyvern into a last pick Undying. I mean, that's just so weird to me. Both these teams are like pulling out these weird mids. I have no idea. I would assume the Wyvern wins that matchup because Undying likes to trade more, and Wyvern I feel like can get last hits better, right? It looks like they drew. I don't know. I really like this combo here. I don't think either of these are like heavily meta, right? Like apparently Bristleback did well. I think I like 6 players draft a little bit better just because I like this combo. It feels like all these, I don't really know what the win condition is for either of these teams. Wild. God, I hate directed camera. Ooh. See, that's what I was talking about. But because they were far enough away. You should just be leaving. Unless he can actually kill you. Unstoppable. Triple kill. Game 2, we have for Mary Todd Lincoln, we got Snapfire, Ursa, Lich, Underlord, Ricky. Okay, this is much more meta-y. I think these two can work if they're both like mid-game, or one of them's mid-game and the other one just farms heavy for late-game. I actually like that support. I mean, I hate them. I hate Ricky and Ursa both, but I like the picks. Snapfire's okay. Lich is... I don't really like Lich this patch. I don't think he's that good, but I mean, picked him both games here. And then Underlord I think is really good right now. 6th player went with Lifestealer, Tidehunter, Nyx Assassin, Legion, and Crystal Maiden. Okay, so Nyx Assassin is really good this patch, right? Legion I don't really like. It was a middle Legion. Offlane Tidehunter I think is good. CM's okay. The issue is I think this patch is really like who can push more to the other team, and then by pushing and taking towers you make space for your safe laner. And I feel like CM's not great at defending against like summons or just big pushes. I think Legion's okay at that though. Nyx Assassin, they don't really have great wave clear. I think CM's okay. Compared to Mary Todd Lincoln, the Underlord's good wave clear. Lich is good at defending towers. Even Snapfire to an extent. I mean, and then you got these two cores that one of them kind of wants to farm. Doesn't really matter which one as long as they're not both just farming away. I think I like Mary Todd Lincoln's draft a little bit more, even though 6th player got the Nyx Assassin. I think Nyx Assassin is really good. You can do Lifestealer into Nyx Assassin. That's really good. And you can scout for the Legion. I mean, that's really good gank. And then you got the team fight of Tidehunter. I just don't think they have enough wave clear. I mean, like, Legion's realistically not even great at wave clear. I think I just like Mary Todd Lincoln's draft a little bit better here for game 2. Oh, rip CM.
middle tower is under attack.
This actually doesn't look bad for Dire here, except the Lifesteal's going in by himself.
I sleep with the patient.
It's unfortunate. I just gotta leave him.
Death's code
Ooh.
in
Something better help Dire's middle tower.
So game 2 looked really close until one team fight at like 20 minutes. I think that's the clip I had. Game 1, again, it was still really close until about this one team fight, right? Same thing. These two teams seemed closer than the 2-0. I think it was a good showing from Meritot Lincoln. Like I said, really close. Both games looked pretty close first 20 minutes, and then one team fight went Meritot Lincoln's way, and then they did a really good job of just keeping their lead. So impressed by Meritot Lincoln. I think it was a pretty good showing from Victoria's Secret as well. Both job good teams. Looked like a pretty good series. So far, definitely series of the week, but we're only one series in, so we'll see. All right, series number 2, we got Harpies versus Snow Cones. I was excited for this series. I think both teams pretty good, top 4 at least. So we'll see how this series went. Harpies went with Mars, Monkey King, a good team fight right there. Shadow Shaman I think is really good. Venomancer I think is really good right now, and then a mid Templar, which I don't know. I think Monkey King's a top 5 carry for sure. Shaman I would say is a top 10 support. Veno I would say is a top 10 hero right now. Mars is a really good offlane. This is a really good meta draft. They got push, team fight, lots of team fight, and then a mid game. Oh, and this TA just went off. Holy moly. Snow Cones, they went with Zeus, Jug. I actually like the Jug against the Venomancer. Willow, Rubik, and Axe. Okay. Yeah, I think I have to go with Harpy's draft here, right? I mean, I don't think this draft is bad. I think I like Zeus right now. Last pick TA. Axe I think is a decent 3 position right now. I just think these heroes, like these 3 heroes right here, are just too strong in the meta right now. Let's see what they banned. They banned Void and Lifesteal. I don't think you ban Lifesteal. I think Lifesteal is kind of bad right now. Apparently Void's bad too. But like 50%, 52, 53. I don't know much about TA. I don't know how good she is. But I like these 3 picks a lot. I think Zeus is not bad though. Jug I think is good against them. Yeah, I mean this isn't, I guess it was 5. That's not bad. I gotta go with Harpy's draft here. I like these 3 picks. It feels like you can't stop this push. Like you have no one other than Jug to hit the Veno wards or the Shadow Shaman wards. I mean, how do you stop a push here? And then meanwhile your safe laners just farming, or your mid, both can farm while these guys are forced to fight. So I like Harpy's draft. All right, Stage, do your thing.
You're like, okay, this is really bad for Zeus. The Templar Assassin's going to get out of control. I didn't expect the degree to which that occurred, but I feel like you saw this game happening as it started.
They're beating on Dire's top
That's just
tower.
knowing a lot of different matchups over my, amount of hours of Dota I will not, say.
Kitty getting eviscerated near the wall, but this just gives the opportunity for Burrito to come in and clean up. Down goes Janked, down goes Snapped, Tar as well. Ziggy trying to fight it out, brings down one, but Little Burrito's.
Game 2, Harpies went with Caudle, Luna. Interested. Then they went with an Arc Warden. Everyone's always, every time I see Harpies, it's always like Arc Warden's banned or something. I've never seen it in game. It looked like it went 19-7, so maybe people should keep banning it. Witch Doctor, and then Bristleback. Again, I don't think Bristleback's that good right now. 2 Divine Rapiers on Luna. Okay, this game must have been insane. Snow Cones had Sniper. Viper, I think, is really good right now. It was a safe lane Viper. Off lane Tiny. Or no, 4 position Tiny. Off lane Bloodseeker. That went 14-5 and 14. Wow. So snapped. CM. I definitely like Snow Cones draft better. I don't know if I like the carry Viper, but then again, you kind of just had to carry Bloodseeker offlane Viper. Essentially is what it looks like. It looks like they just kind of shifted around. I mean, he had a Divine Rapier. This game looks crazy. I feel bad for these 2 supports that had 12 deaths and 14 deaths, and same with these 2 that had 13 and 11. I feel that. I think I like Snowcone's draft better, though. I feel like, actually, Arc Warden might win that matchup. It looks like they drew. But, like, Sniper doesn't really have any way to deal with the Wraiths, even though he outranges the Arc Warden. But he could probably harass the Arc Warden a lot if he avoids the Wraiths. Yeah, I think I like Snowcone's draft a little bit better. I view it as a carry Bloodseeker, because offlane Bloodseeker and carry Viper seem weird to me. But I still like it.
Ground targeting, a little bit of move speed. More of a ganking thing. They catch out the Viper with the ground target. Oh my lord. Viper's going to get picked off here. Blood committed to try and get some kind of defensive action. But with the Viper gone, buyback is available. This could be the power play the Harpies have wanted to take. And with it, they're already starting to make the move onto high ground. Viper has buyback, is going to need to use it. Glyph also available. Glyph committed for the lemon snow cones. Blood once again trying to zone away on it. Silencing on Pandemonium, the blink forward, just an echo with the toss back. Pandemonium has the Aegis still. No, the Aegis has just expired. No Aegis for Pandemonium. Instead, just falling back. BKB not even used. Pandemonium just fighting out like mad.
That's Gift running around. Bloodseeker ulti?
Sniper bought back, Tiny bought back, Crystal Maiden as well. And this is looking like impossible.
2-0 by Harpies. I think Harpies have proven themselves as one of, if not the top teams in the league. Snow Cones, I think, played Ankenny a little bit closer than they played Harpies. I mean, this game, there were a couple good, I mean, just so many deaths on both sides, like so many kills and rapiers. I mean, this game was good, but I just don't think it was that close near the end. I mean, I didn't watch past here. I didn't watch the last 30 minutes. Nothing happened for 10 minutes. No one died. Holy moly. Yeah, I don't know. I think last year's probably a little bit better. I'm impressed with Harpies showing. I think it was a good series overall. This game seemed crazy. Rapiers everywhere. Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like a good series overall, but I'm impressed with Harpies. Alright, Series 3, we have Mittenses versus March of Gods. For March of Gods, we had Dazzle, Bristle. Again, a lot of teams are picking Bristle. That's the third Bristle I've seen in 3 series. Ricky, a lot of teams are picking Ricky, Spirit Breaker, and Underlord. Okay. So it was a safe lane Bristle. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I just don't think Bristle's that strong right now. I feel like there's just ways around him. Like, you just pick a Veno, and then what's the dude do? Mittenses had Tidehunter, Huskar, Earthshaker, Death Prophet, and AA. Am I wrong? Like, I feel like all these drafts that we've seen so far have not been what I was expecting. I'm like, I guess I'm just used to like okay, whoever picks Sven's probably gonna win half of the season we had. So all these drafts are very interesting to me. Middle Ricky against a Death Prophet. I guess Ricky hasn't escaped there, so I guess it's not bad. Tidehunter safe lane Huskar. I don't think Huskar's that good. Maybe it was a block pick. They picked the Dazzle. It was 17. I don't know. I think both these drafts are wacky. I think I like this. I think I like March of Gods a little bit better just because I thought the Bristle would be good. Bristle's not that good right now. 49% win rate, like average. Spirit Breaker Ricky's not bad if you're scouting someone out with Ricky, but that's more, I don't really do that as a middle. Maybe you do. I like the Underlord, and I don't feel like any, I guess AA is kind of meta right now, so AA is not a bad pick at all. 54% win rate. I think I like March of Gods draft a little bit better.
It's better.
It's like, Mitz just took a fight right here.
Radiant's top
They
tower
won
is
it.
falling.
Took this tower. Okay. This was like the turning point in the game. It looked like on the grass, and it looked like that was a really good team fight from Mittenses. I don't think you can take... Oh! Wow. I don't think you can take team fights on March of Gods against this lineup. But you have to stop this push somehow, right? Also, I feel like every week I say something's bad or something's good, and then it turns out it's the opposite and I'm just wrong. So don't really listen to me. It says we went with Pudge. Pudge is never good. Don't pick Pudge. I think Pudge is really bad. Let's see his win rate. 50%. Wow, see, kind of wrong. Void has a worse win rate. Still don't like Pudge. PL, I like PL if it's a very good PL game. They went with a offlane Dragon Knight. Oh my god, Mitten says you're absolutely killing me. Witch Doctor and Necro. Oh, Legion Commander, Timbersaw, Morphlane, Omni Knight, Treant. This is so greedy. I hate offlane Dragon Knight, and I hate Pudge. So I have to go with March of Gods. This is a wicked greedy core here, though. Wicked greedy. Yeah, I mean, I definitely like this draft better. I hate Pudge, and I hate offlane Dragon Knight. I actually don't think it's that good of a PL game. Like, with Legion, you can kind of destroy all the illusions and then find which one's real. I don't know if it's that good of a PL game to pick PL here. I guess I don't know the matchup against Morphlane. That could be... That's probably PL favored, I would assume. Against Timbersaw, I think it kind of goes both ways because Timbersaw wants its mana, but all the PLs make it so he just regens all the health. So it goes both ways. So Timbersaw can't cast spells, but he can't die. I just think I like March of Gods a little bit better. I don't like the Pudge or the Dragonite. If you're drafting Pudge and offlane Dragonite, I'm probably going to pick the other team's draft no matter what. So I'm not even looking into it a little bit. I think this is definitely greedy. I hate that. And then March of Gods won because they had Pudge and offlane Dragonite probably. I don't know. Actually, this game looked wild. This is what I wanted to do.
Dire's middle barracks are taking damage. Dire's middle barracks are
Oh, she doing the real PL. Which doctor got out? I apologize, my camera was on for both those clips, but it is what it is. So this series, this game was really back and forth. I'm pretty impressed. I mean, it was a 1-1. I mean, these two teams played really well against each other. I didn't really like the Mantis' draft game too. I just don't like Pudge or offlane Dragonite that I've harped on a million times. But I think both teams played pretty well. I mean, yeah, both games are like pretty even. This game got a little bit away from Mog at 30 minutes, whereas this game was just back and forth all game until like this one team fight that I showed at 30 minutes. So really good series, honestly. Series 4, we got Two Boots versus Wards and Base Prodigy. I think this would be a really good series. Wards and Base went Undying, Puck, Drow Ranger, Nyx Assassin, Underlord. Okay. I think Underlord is usually pretty good by himself as a solo laner. So I think the Assassin's not bad because Nyx sucks in lane, right? Undying wins lanes against a Drow. That's pretty good. I usually like to pair a slow with a Drow Ranger because the kill potential there is unreal. The Undying just harasses, gives Drow Ranger a free lane. Puck, I think, is really good right now, or was at the start of the patch. I still think is really good. So I like this draft. Two Boots went with Keeper of the Light, Alchemist, Tidehunter, Lina, Viper. Okay, so just lane winners. I was just talking about he's fine by himself. Against this draft, probably not, right? If you have a Coddle, who's the carry? Is it not a carry Viper? They first picked the Viper. I mean, it's not really a carry Viper, right? Because you have an Alchemist. The Alchemist is going to be the carry, quote-unquote, while the Viper makes space. It just changes up the lanes. Against a solo lane Underlord and Nyx Assassin, yeah, you win that lane. Then it's a Dan Rather's Lina and Tidehunter against an Undying Drow Ranger. I think the Lina still loses that lane to Undying, I think. If the Undying can get in his face and Lina can stay far away, the Lina wins, obviously. Which draft I like better? I think I like Wards and Base draft a little bit better. It's just more meta-y. I don't mind this draft. I actually think the Viper's a good pick. I think Viper's really annoying right now. But I think I just like this a little bit better. I think Nyx Assassin's really good. Puck's decent. What's Drow Ranger's win rate? 48. Meh. Underlord's really good, so I like the draft a little bit better. Ooh. Unlucky position for the two supports here. Or Shoe going in hard. Kills that guy instantly. You gotta kill the tombstones. Good job by Two Boots here to recognize it. They're not killing the second tombstone though. Dan Rather's doing it all himself. Red Ranger is just a monster apparently. Holy moly. Game 2. Two Boots had Viper again. Anti-Mage, Ogre, Bounty Hunter, and Puck. Bounty Hunter is a sleeper, really good hero this patch. Got a 52% win rate. I think he's really good. I mean, Dan Rather's went 13, 2, and 12 on this guy. I think Bounty Hunter's a sleeper good pick right now. Keep your eyes on Bounty Hunter. Wards and Base took the Coddle this time. Shadow Fiend mid. Wraith Kane, a really good carry right now, right guys? He's leading the heroes, 55% win rate. Rubik and Sand Kane. I really like Bounty Hunter. They got the Puck again. Safe lane Anti-Mage, I don't know if that's that good right now. He went 8, 0, and 5. 50% win rate. I think this Bounty Hunter pick is so... I mean, they almost last picked it. And then they picked a Shadow Fiend. I was going to say, he's so good against Shadow Fiend. And they picked it into him. I really like the Wraith King pick. I think I have to go with Two Boots, though, because I think this Bounty Hunter into this lineup is so good. You can track the Sand King. You just kill the Coddle. You can gank the Shadow Fiend early game so often. It helps you win against a Puck. I don't know that mid matchup all that much. It looks like they drew. Wraith King's a really good pick. In theory, Anti-Mage is good against Wraith King, right? Until like level until 20 minutes when Wraith King buys the shard that is no mana reincarnation. They don't really have... Actually, Viper's not bad against the Scaly army. This is good wave clear by these guys, but they don't have that much to push. This is like a pick off into towers and while making space for the Animage until no one can stop the Animage. And this looks like push team fights. I think I gotta go with 2 boost draft. I like the Bounty Hunter. I'm surprised they picked Shadow Fiend after they saw the Bounty Hunter, honestly. Oh, he just got an axe too. Look at that damage though. See what I'm saying? Oh, he just gets blown up. Oh, I missed that.
Better help Dire's middle tower.
Oh, he gets stuck in the he got stuck! Wow. That's so funny. Look at that, though. Look at how close that team fight was. And if you look at the graph, like, that team fight was the beginning of the end. That started the snowball. And that team fight was so close to being the other way. I think overall, very close series, right? 1-1. I was just talking about it a little bit at the end of that clip for Game 2. Game 1 was very close, right? Yeah, back and forth until this turning point, and then it was just like boom. Game 2, almost the same thing except the other way. Very close until this turning point, and then the snowball starts. So like both teams, I think, did a really good job of taking smart fights, and then as soon as you get an advantage, you just hold it and push it to the best of your ability. I think that shows a lot talent, I guess, or just knowledge of the game to know, okay, I'm in the lead right now. We're gonna take advantage of that. We're gonna push this lane. We're gonna hold here, make it so they can't farm. So I think both these teams, I'm really impressed with how they played. Both these teams had good series, in my unprofessional opinion. All right, Series 5, we got Uncanny versus Volsel. This is the undefeated Uncanny versus Volsel Collective, who are the only team to take a game off of Harpies, if I remember correctly. So Volsel, they go with a Luna, Beastmaster, Oracle, Jakiro, Kunkka. Okay, I love Jakiro right now. It's a middle Jakiro. I don't know how I feel about that, but I do like Jakiro. Beastmaster again. So this push lineup here. No, this is a middle Kunkka. Middle Kunkka, and then Jakiro rotating is playing the 4 position, rotating to help. Gotcha. Okay. Luna, I think, is decent. I mean, this push strat is really good. So Uncanny just has to have really good D push here, right? They have Leshrac. I couldn't remember his name. Good D push. Naga Siren, good D push and split push. Really good against push lineups is the split push, right? You get Mars, Earthshaker. I think that offlane's kind of weak. I feel like you should be able... I mean, Oracle, Luna's not exactly a kill lane. And then they have a 5-position Undying with the Naga Siren. I honestly would just try lane this for like 5 minutes until you know that Naga's good. Just leave your Mars out there to get XP. Get secure Naga, a good lane against a Beastmaster. Like, Beastmaster's good, right? Beastmaster's a good laner. Beastmaster, Jakiro, I guess, had to go help mid. I really like this push lineup. I think that's really good right now for this meta. I think I gotta go with Volsel Collective. It looks like Uncanny won this game. I just like Beastmaster. I think's pretty good right now. Jakiro is good D push and good push. Kunkka can take care of lanes really easily. Although they actually counter drafted really well to this, right? I mean, they picked pretty good. Earthshaker's really good with all the summons. I like Uncanny's draft too. I think I like Volsel a little bit better if I had to choose one. But I like Uncanny's too. And you don't have an objective to defend, right? You just want to take a fight here. 3v4. Luna ulti's not doing anything, it feels like. Oh, huge ulti by Earthshaker. No one's killing the tombstone either. Oracle saves the Luna, but for how long? Still healing a lot. Gets a kill. So technically a team wipe for 2. For 1 for Earthshaker. Game 2, Volsel had Ursa. I like Sniper. Meh. Ench I think is in a decent spot right now. Lena I think is in a pretty good spot. And Sardar I guess is in an okay spot. Yeah, it's nothing special. I go with the Naga Siren again. So they really like Naga. Mid Invoker. Offlane Beastmaster. I like the Beastmaster. Offlane Earthshaker. Earthshaker's not that good, but I guess Beastmaster can kind of win a lane by himself. So if you have a good Earthshaker that likes stun, you get a lot of kills. And then 5-position Ogre. I like the Ursa. I don't know how you take towers against, or how you... There's so many. You can split push with Naga really well. I think Naga's in a really good spot right now. You don't really have an answer for Naga, right? Last game, the answer for Naga was nothing. Well, and you lost. This game, they don't really have an answer for Naga, I feel like, but they won. Other than you have to win your lanes hard and then snowball, it looks like that's exactly what they did. Although they didn't snowball until 40 minutes. I think I like Ankenny's draft a little bit better. I picked the loser in both games here, but I like this draft a little bit better. I don't know how I feel about Earthshaker. Last week I liked him. This week, I don't know. Seems to be losing a lot. Not quite sure. I just don't think he's a good laner. I feel like the lane stage is so important. I don't know. Looks like I was wrong. 0 for 2 on this series. I never heard of that. They roared a sniper on the back line. Cheesy by Naga. Can't even get Son off because he's constantly bashed by Ursa. Great freaking hero. I hate that here. The Beastmaster units trying to kill the sniper. Now he uses BKB, just goes in. God, I hate this hero, man. I think it's too good right now. And I always get first hit bashed by it. Good series. I think the first game was Ankenny Snowball. Like, no one died on Ankenny for the last 10 minutes of the game. Second game was a Volso Collective Snowball. So, I mean, both teams played pretty well. Both teams know how to push an advantage. I think both teams are a top 5 team in the league right now. Exciting to see Ankenny lose their first game. Not trying to be mean to Ankenny or anything. I just don't like to see teams dominate the league ever. So it's good to see that they're not just the end-all be-all team in the league and that they're going to have to fight for some of these games. Overall, a really good series. That might be the series of the week, honestly. Just because it was 1-1. Yeah, that's probably the series of the week. I mean, we'll see. We got 2 more series. All right, 6th series. We have UMN Maroon versus Dingo Boys. Dingo Boys had PA, which I think the shard is so good, but I've never seen it, so I don't know if it's good. Underlord, I think is good. Weaver, I think is okay right now. Lich is, I don't like Lich as a hero concept. I think he's okay. I just don't like him as a hero concept. And Trade Protector. 2 supports, I would never play. I hate them both. Maroon went with Slark, Bristleback, another Bristleback. Something happened in AD2L where everyone's picking Bristleback. Marana, Ogre, Zeus. Okay. I think this is a little bit greedier. Wait. I think these supports don't really need anything. Who do I like better? I don't know if Slark's good right now. I like the Zeus mid. 54% win rate on Ogre. What's going on with Ogre? PA's Lord's good. Exactly 50 on Weaver. I think I like... I mean, the PA can get on top of the Zeus. You need a break, right? What hero builds a break item? I don't really know. What hero builds an urn? I guess the mid Weaver, did he? No, they didn't get the... Oh, they did on the Treant Protector, 25 minutes, Spirit Vessel. I think I like Maroon's draft a little bit better. I don't really love the Slark. I don't know who wins that matchup, Slark or PA. Bristleback I don't love. I don't really think this... I mean, Treant Protector is not bad at push or deep pushing. Underlord's pretty good at it. They don't really have a great push lineup either. They can't really deep push, but they don't have a good push-up lineup at all. Who hits buildings on this team at all? I think I like Maroon's draft a little bit better this time. Oh, she's kind of farmed too. She got that hood. Oh, he just jumps in. Says it's time to go, team. Oh, that multi-cast is ridiculous. Oh, that's a good Lich ulti. Oh, followed by a good Treant ulti. Damn, he's just gonna kill everyone. You guys aren't careful. You gotta attack him from the front. Is he gonna live? No. Okay. Alright, game 2. Dingo Boys had AM, Lich, Ogre, Viper, Dragonite. Mid Dragonite, offlane Viper. I actually don't mind that. BSJ convinced me offlane Viper is good, so I don't mind it. Ogre, I guess, is really good right now. Lich, again, I talked about it last game. Not really my favorite support. AM, I don't know how I feel about him. 50% win rate. I think he's okay. I don't think he's like a sick carry right now. I think he's okay. Maroon with Wraith Cane, a really good carry. Sand Cane, really good at deep pushing against this Dragonite who's going to push. Clinks, I don't know how I feel about Clinks. I don't think he's that good. 52% win rate, so he's not bad. Shaman, I think, is really good. No way to stop the push here. I mean, Lich can delay it. No way to stop it, right? You need 2 or 3 heroes to deal with the Shaman wards. Earthshaker, again, I don't know how I feel about Earthshaker right now. I like the Shaman, I like the Wraith Cane, and I like the Sand Cane. These 3 heroes I really like. Clinks and Earthshaker I'm not sold on. Viper I like here. Ogre I like. And these 3 heroes I'm not sold on. So I'm going to have to go with Maroon again just because I like these 3 picks. I don't really know how I feel about Dragonite yet. I don't think he's bad in a mid. I think he's bad in the offlane. He can push a little bit, but I think like the Shaman wards, how do you stop Shaman wards here? And they second picked Shaman, and I honestly don't even know how to deal with Shaman wards, so I'm not flaming. I don't know how to deal with it myself. I just have to put time into looking into it, and I'm just too lazy. But I think I have to go with Maroon again. Sorry, Dingo boys.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, let's ulti the Skellies though. Oh, Earthshake ulti in the background with these creeps. That was good. Dragonite had ages. AM dies. He still has ulti. Yeah. Oh, Clink's in the backline picking up the Viper. Wow. Yeah, I think it was a good series by Maroon here. 2-0 and Dingo boys. I think Maroon's trying to stay middle of the pack, trying to etch into the top here. I think there's definitely a clear shift in the league, and I think Maroon played pretty well. I actually was impressed with Dingo boys. I mean, they're keeping it close until this one turning point, right? And similar here, a close game until realistically here. I mean, it's good. Honestly, this series overall, really good. 2-0, but very good series. Very impressive both teams. All right, last series is my series. Gators versus UM and Gophers. We played this last Monday. Go over it real quick. Slardar, DP, Shaman, Lifestealer, Tusk. I really like the Shaman pick. This Tusk Slardar, in theory, I think is a good lane. I mean, if you just get on top of someone, like, what are they going to do, right? You charge someone in, and then you can just kill them with tag team, and then Slardar stun too. I really like that. It's got good kill potential. I don't like the Lifestealer. I think Lifestealer is not great right now. Death Prophet, I don't think is bad. I think the pushing capabilities of these two right here, very good. I think Slardar and Lifestealer together, pretty good. All in all, I think it's a very solid draft. We went with Puck, Ursa, Clinks, Jakiro, Mars. I think this is really greedy. I like the Ursa pick. I don't know how I feel about the Clinks. Mars, I think, is okay right now. I really like Jakiro, obviously. Puck, I think, is pretty good. Overall, I think I actually like Gophers draft a little bit better. The issue is this offlane, Ursa wins melee matchups. So you have to have Tusk and Slardar on the Ursa, and you can't do that with the Jakiro just, dealing all that damage because Jakiro is really good early game. So I like their draft in theory. I think how their draft is executed against this specific draft, I don't know if it works. I think our safe lane was just better in that matchup. Mid Clinks versus DP, I think is a little bit Clinks favored, right? I think a little bit. I don't know, mid matchups. And then offlane, I think, is their strong suit. Lifestealer, Shaman, I think has pretty good kill potential against this Mars Puck. I think Puck is, you got to try to kill the Mars. You can't try to kill the Puck. I think I like their draft a little bit better. Kept it close for, 10, 15 minutes. And then we just kind of snowballed from there. Oh yeah, I remember this fight. Great silence by the Puck. Holy moly, none of them could do anything because of that silence. Alright, game 2, Gophers had Drow Ranger, Gyrocopter, Venomancer, Rubik, and Centaur. I really like this Venomancer pick. I think in the last week I've become very favorable towards Venomancer. I think the hero is very good right now, and it's hard to stop his push or de-push. Like, I don't know how you take towers against him. I don't know how you defend your towers, so I really like the Veno pick. I think this is a very greedy core duo here. Neither of them really like to make space for the other, so you kind of get stuck in this, well, we both want to farm, and if one of them loses lane, you're kind of SOL. Centaur, I don't mind. I don't know how Centaur is. 51% win rate. It's not bad. This duo right here has some kill potential. Instigators, we went with Oracle, Kunkka, Monkey Cane, Sand Cane, Lena. Okay, so I really like the Monkey Cane. I really like the Sand Cane. I actually think Lena's decent right now. Kunkka's meh. And I don't really like Oracle right now, especially against the Venomancer, because there's no way to stop the push. But when we were drafting, we actually last picked the Oracle. I saw it as we have enough D-push. Lena can take care of the Veno wards with the range that I'm not really going to be needed to defend towers. What does my role need to fill here? So we were going back with a couple, and it was like, okay, well, we really need a save, right? Something to deal with the Veno magic damage, something to deal with the save if they get gone on with Centaur or Rubik, like something to save this Monkey Cane or this Sand Cane if the Sand Cane hasn't gotten off spells or the Monkey Cane's in the middle of this fight. Somehow we need them to stay alive, And so I just thought Oracle was a really good pick here. And we ended up winning again. This game was a lot closer. I felt like, obviously, we had a 40k net worth lead at the end, but this game went 40 minutes. I think it was very hard for us to take their towers. They actually took a couple of really good team fights, and I thought they had a good... Sometimes they had a really good idea of when to take team fights. So overall, I think this game was definitely better for them. But again, we just kind of snowballed. 17, 5, and 21. Holy moly. Like I said, I think these guys were way better at game 2, picking fights. This was a great fight. For instance, they see Sand King bottom, and you know they see, okay, there's 2 heroes here, maybe 3 or 4, but we know Sand King's not here, and Sand King is like a huge part of their team fight. So we initiate on the Venomancer here. Great Force Staff to get out. Gets off the ulti there. Now it doesn't really matter if they die. And like I said, really good team fight for them. I mean, like, this Rubik too played so good. A stolen Monkey Cane ulti. I think this Rubik like kept them in this game a lot. Game 2. I think they talk about that a lot on the cast on Twitch. But this Rubik played really well. They definitely improved game 2 to game 1. This Rubik played really well game 2. 2 and 12 doesn't look that good, but some of the plays he made or she and the saves or deep push, I think Rubik played really well. Overall in the series, I think we just kind of snowballed. I was feeling really good about what to do at what point in the game with a lead, right? If you have a lead, take this tower, this tower, Roche, high ground, whatever, other lane. Like, I felt pretty good, so I felt like the calls were a little bit better this series compared to how we had done it in the past. I actually thought, like I said, I thought Gophers played pretty well game 2. Game 1, I think, just kind of got away from them a little bit. I think we won all of our lanes and just kind of snowballed hard. In the first 5 minutes, our Ursa had 5 kills or something crazy like that. Like, it was just tough. I think we just snowballed too hard. I didn't die. I'm going to bring that up because it's my video. I'm sick. Didn't die this game. Overall, I think it was a pretty good series. It was fun for us. I hope it was fun for them. I really want this team to win a game this season. I want them to, whoever they're playing this week, I want them to get it together. Because I actually was impressed with some of the plays they did that far behind game 2, for instance. Like this play call to take this fight, play call to take this fight, like this fight. I mean, they're not losing trades. It's just all this time in the middle that they're not taking good fights or that they are losing the trades. I think they could do it. I think they can take a game off someone. I really want to see it. Good group of people. I really enjoyed them. I thought they were funny. All right, so unfortunately, games aren't out, no predictions. If they're up tomorrow morning when I'm editing this, I'll record a quick little tidbit on my predictions. I can do Rankins, though. And Kenny, I'm going to move Harpies above Kenny. I think Harpies, I just think they've played a little bit stronger these past couple weeks. I think Kenny can still take that spot, but I'm going to mix it up a little bit, and hopefully that lights a fire for them and they can come back. Snow Cones, I'm definitely moving down below Volsel. I think Volsel played really well, and they took a game off Kenny, which Snow Cones couldn't do. I think I got to kind of move like 2 boots up here, right? 2 boots showed up against Warden Base. I got to move Warden Base up here. I feel bad moving Snow Cones down here because I feel like they're not this low. I gotta do it though. Yo Maroon, I'm still gonna keep down here. I know they're up here with the big boys now, but you know we're playing. They've been playing bottom 5 teams compared to these guys. We're playing top 5 teams, so we'll see how they hold up now. Marathon Lincoln, I will keep here. March of Gods. I guess I kind of gotta move 6-man down, right? They got two up by Marathon Lincoln. Move them down here. I think this is how it'll stay too. We'll see. I'm hoping for some really good matchups this week. I'd love to see Harpies and Kenny, obviously. Volsel 2 boots would be pretty good. I don't know if they've played yet. Actually, if it just goes down the list like this and just goes, yeah, if it just goes down the list for me, it's like 1 versus 2, 3. That's gonna be so hype. I'd be so pumped for that. But I don't know which teams already played. All right, surprise, surprise. The schedule came out after I recorded, and the patch came out last night after I recorded. Basically ignore everything I said in the video. I'm too lazy to go back and record new stuff. All the heroes I said were good might not be good anymore, just as it is every week. But anyway, really quick predictions. Mittenses versus Instigators. I'll say 1-1. I think both teams are lower, and I mean, we've played each other a lot. I'm curious to see how the new roster plays firsthand. I think it'll probably be close to 1-1. Harpies versus Kenny, I'm going to say 1-1. I think, obviously, whoever wins this will be the best team in the league. I think Harpies have had a little bit of a harder schedule so far, and they're both 7-1. I know they've scrimmed a couple times, but I don't really put too much faith in scrims, so we will see after this week. Dingoes versus Mog. Let me think. I'm going to give Mog an 0-2 because they won 1 snow cones. Mary Todd Lincoln versus Wards and Base. I think I'm going to give the edge to Wards and Base. I'd love Mary Todd Lincoln to prove me wrong here and either 1-1 the series or win 2-0. I think we're going to give the edge to Wards and Base, though. Volsel versus Two Boots. I'm going to give the edge to Volsel, but Two Boots have proved me wrong a couple times now. I think like 2 or 3 straight weeks. So hopefully I'm wrong again. Hopefully they can take a game off Volsel. I think Volsel is like definitely the 3rd best team right now. They've taken games off of Harpies and off of Kenny. So interested to see if Two Boots can beat them. Victoria's Secret 6-player versus and Gophers. I'm going to give the edge to 6 players. I would love Gophers to win, but I'll give the 6-player the edge for now. And then Maroon versus Snow Cones. I'm going to say it's 1-1. I want Snow Cones to prove to me they should stay in the top 4. Maroon, I want to prove to me that they are better than the middle of the pack. So that's a good matchup. I'm actually going to say, this is definitely pre-games of the week, but I also think this will be pre-games game of the week. I think they'll both be really good if you can watch these 2 series. Yeah, that'll be it for now. I think I did an intro yesterday or an outro yesterday, so I'll play that right now. Last 2 weeks, guys. Hopefully you have everything figured out. Hopefully you got a good lineup. We'll see. Good luck. Have fun. Hope everyone's had a good season so far and is enjoying it and just think about coming back next season. But good luck. Have fun. I'm excited for the games.